Greetings, Internet, and welcome to Aaron Plays, and I hope you're doing fantastically well. This will be episode 32 of my playthrough of the Great Battles of the American Civil War, Into the Woods, Shiloh, 6th of April, 1862. God, it goes on and on, doesn't it? The previous episode, we had Prentiss activated, and now we've got a Confederate Cheatham activating as part of Polk's First Corps on the southern march onto the Confederate right wing. Yeah. Okay. Housekeeping, if you could do the like, subscribe, and comment, much appreciated. But let's go to the map and see what's going on. As a quick reminder, we had Prentiss activate for the Union, and he only has one activation. So he's done. And Cheatham is our second. We had a battlefield event, but it turned out to be looting, and there was nowhere at present for the Confederates to loot. So that battle event was a no event. And then we're now into Cheatham's actual division, who's part of, as I just said, Polk's First Corps, and they're moving along the road here, which is called the Bark Road, onto the Confederate right wing. I ideally would have liked Clark to come first because he's moving along the road, and then Cheatham could have rejoined the road, but looks like they've got to continue their slog into the woods, which, yeah, it's the name of the game after all. So yeah, let's get to it. Well, as they're not on the road, they might, as I say, continue slogging through there, but they're going to stick as close as possible because at the end of the day, they want to. Let me just zoom out a little bit, show where we want to sort of get them. We want to get them around this area here, ready to attack into Spain's field and beyond. So let's do this now. This is Cheatham's division, which consists of Stephen's brigade and who's under Cheatham himself. Go on. Oh. Okay, I thought the someone was. And Johnson's brigade. Let's zoom in a little bit because we're going to have some difficult terrain to negotiate here. Right. Okay, so we have a slope side here. As if hills aren't enough, and contours. We have sloping ground. A little J next to it. Little code. Sloping ground movement costs apply only when not paying any hexside, slope, or gully costs to enter the hex. Okay, well, we're not paying that, so slope hexside, sloping ground is +1. Okay, so this hex here is +1. Or do we ignore it, go here, and then here, and move along this path. Because every unit is going to have to pay that extra +1, isn't it? So let's do that. So facing change costs nothing. Into there. Now, technically, it could be using that farm trail, but he's not. He's got 13 steps. He can't utilize that. You'd have to be in march order stacking, such as these boys are. So that's still 1.5. 3. 4.5. 6. 1.5. 3. 4.5. 6. So that's 1.5 per hex. And we just keep them going. 1.5. 3. 4.5. 6. And then, there is a bloody hell sloping ground there. No way to avoid that. Okay, so that's 2.5. 3. No, 5. Let's try they go. Yeah, 2.5 because it's an extra movement point. Yeah. Okay. got slowed down there. Johnson will have to try and get his brigade back together. Right. The cavalry. Now carry through the woods. Now that's 2. How much is the sloping ground for them? It's an extra +2. So that's 2 to there. 4 + 2, that's 6. 7, 8, as far as they go. The guns are going to have to stay on the actual road. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's as far as they can get. Now this cavalry, notice he's on the side. Actually, the cavalry is a separate class, as a separate brigade. Oh, is that just the Union cavalry? It's a good question. I think it's classed as a separate brigade. So pre-change. 2, 4, 6, 9. So Cheatham's not actually with anybody. Right, Stevens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, just following the road, and hopefully Clark will get out the bloody way or carry on moving. So it's only Johnson's brigade that is really struggling with the actual road and the cavalry. Where's Clark? Cheatham himself, keeping everyone under command control. He moves forward to there. And that is it. I'm just going to make sure. Because Stevens looks like he's only got 1, 2 regiments. Can that be right? Or have I miss someone not actually coming on? Yes, there seems to be a whole regiment missing. So we've got the first Tennessee. Now this is a little bit of an investigation here. On the actual chart, it says Stevens Brigade minus the 1st Tennessee. Okay, so we don't get the 1st Tennessee. I assume that comes in elsewhere. 2nd Regiment should be the 6th Tennessee, which is there. That's fine. 3rd Regiment is the 7th Kentucky. I can't see that anywhere. I'm going to bring that onto the board. Couldn't have been in that reinforcement pile. Okay. And then the 4th Regiment is the 9th Tennessee. That's definitely there. And then you've got some artillery, Smith and Smith. That's fine. So we're missing the 9th Kentucky. So I'm going to put, if you notice, I've been putting artillery at the end. So that should be there. Why that wasn't in the chart, in the setup, or if I just deleted him by mistake. But yeah, now it's making me like, oh, have I missed something else? So I'm going to check Johnson's brigade. Now he should have 2nd Tennessee. That was that one there. 15th Tennessee. That's that one. 54. Yeah, this one looks fine. And then the MS. Something from Blythe, but it looks like Blythe from Mississippi. MS? What was MS? No, that Missouri. I don't know. MS. Anyway, all right. So yeah, that gets Cheatham back at the strength. I don't know what happened to that unit. Well, I just dropped him off somewhere by mistake. He's not sitting here, as I say, unless he going through my book. He's definitely involved. So yeah, he's the 7th Kentucky is back in the fold. Can't see him anywhere else. Anyway, that concludes Cheatham's first activation. Okay, so let's remove all the move lines there. Let's put this up here. Let's bring the CSA Aura Battle and get that out of the way there. Remove Cheatham so that he's had his first activation out of, yeah, he's only going to get 2. Okay, and then draw the next chit and flip it. Reserve Corp. Oh, right. Well, let's call this a short video. Well, yeah, let's call this a short video because we're going to sort out the Reserve Corp. Actually, let's actually do this because they're going to be following along the road. Now, where are we going to actually put? Well, they're reserve, aren't they? So I'm going to bring them around. We don't want to unleash them down this road. I think we're going to bring them up this way as and where is required. So the first brigade that comes on is Traboo's brigade. And again, it's just more road movement, isn't it? So Traboo's brigade moving along the road, and they've got maximum 7 if they're going to use the road bonus. And the road, if they're using the road bonus, costs them in march order, because this is a march order along the road. It's a half. Oh, no, they've got to be in march order, which they're not. They're in advance order. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we'll just change their facing slightly. And yes, they have to have these extended. Let's clone that, move that there. So they're moving, they're stacking with in march order, but they're not moving at march order pace, which is a lot. Okay. So 3rd Kentucky, 7th Alabama. Then we've got 4th Kentucky. And he's quite a big bugger. So he will have one of his extended. Let's close that. And there we've got 5th Kentucky. It's a big brigade. Oops. Big brigade. There's already 4 regiments, and I can see a few more. Blimey. So they're all waiting to come on. We'll bring Tribute here. Yeah, that's as far as we get onto the board. And behind them, we have Bowden, and behind them, we've got Statham. Yes. So I thought, might as well, there's not many units to move. Might as well, rather than start a new video. Let's just get rid of those there. Yeah, that is Reserve Corps. 1st Brigade has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 regiments, which is definitely more than the standard amount. Okay, but they've only got 2 activations, so they're not going to get very far. So let's put that there. Let's remove the counter, put it there. This has been done, and pull that down and bring this up and draw the next chit. Where's the Union chits? Right, okay, flip that one. Ruggles. Now that's going to take a little bit of organizing. Ruggles is up here, and that will be definitely in the next video. Okay, so let us bring this back to me. This Confederates moving up the rear, start to push up to the front. Reserve Corps not division, it's a corps made up of some brigades moving up as well. So yeah, interesting. Also, yeah, the Reserve Corps doesn't actually have any division. This is where I'm using this Shiloh book, and that's how I finally found out that MI does not stand for Missouri, it stands for Michigan, because it has on here the order of battles. Okay, so the Army of Mississippi, Army of Tennessee on left-hand side, this one, Army of Mississippi, and then turn the page, and you have the Union armies, the Army of Ohio, the Army of Tennessee. But as I say, so this is letting me know who's what. So I know that KY is Kentucky. So what is Missouri then? Well, I'll find that out next time I look at a Missouri regiment. But there we go. That has been useful. Great book. If you could pick it up, I picked it up relatively cheaply. And yeah, it's not a breakdown of every single maneuver in absolutely excruciating detail. But it has pretty pictures, if that counts for anything. And coloured battle maps. Again, if that counts for anything. And even these kind of maps. Topology. I find it useful. Because the breakdown in here, it sort of assumes that you know your states. 23TN, presumably Tennessee, 44TN, Tennessee, and then I get the MS and the AL, Alabama, and so on. So, but that has it written out for me. Yeah, I'm not American, sorry, but I love the American Civil War. Anyway, if you do the housekeeping, the like, subscribe, comments, activation bell, that'll be much appreciated. All helps the channel, makes it spread, increases my little personal niche. I hope you enjoyed that. I did. I know not much actually happened, but now in the next video, Ruggles crossing that street in the face of Sherman. Should be interesting. I'll see you there. Until next time then, play games, have fun. Bye, internet.